Travelling to away games has never been easier, especially with Rocket Mobile.
Unlimited data, unlimited everything in the UK. When you leave the UK, it's 20 gig of roaming data. Life is very easy.
£16 a month, no hassle.
How you doing?
You're doing all right? And this is what you get in Europe. Hello. Turn the others. Oh, no. It's a man. Leave you the man.
AFTV, Jason, 1-0 to the Arsenal, 4-2 on aggregate. Let's not forget that. 4-2 on aggregate. And we go to Wembley.
We are, and I think you said it earlier that we did most of the hard work at Stamford Bridge. I think the game ended up being a lot closer than it probably should have been. But I want to say a huge shout out to Mikel Arteta today, because he gets a lot of stick for his record in semi-finals. Yeah, he gets a lot of stick over that. That's one of the carrots that everyone beats him with since that 2020 FA Cup. His inability to kind of get it over the line in semi-finals has really held him back, and he's done it today. He came out today. They were brave. I thought we held our shape. I thought there were probably moments in games seasons gone by where maybe he'd have brought on Mosquera or Ben White and gone to a back five and tried to soak up the pressure. But they didn't. They held it, kept the attacking players on the pitch, and when we got our chance at the end, they took it.
Yep. And we go to Wembley.
We are. we are. We've been there and we've seen us do a job on City in the Community Shield. Now it's a chance to see us go there and do it in what would be, an actual proper...
Hold on. That's if they don't throw it away another 2-goal lead.
That's it. Look, I'm talking like it's a done deal, but regardless of who it is, I think you said it, I think Lee said it, we have to be favourites going into that game. So to me, that's absolutely massive. I think some of the performances today, absolutely brilliant. I thought Declan Rice was superb. Like you said, I thought Martinelli was brilliant. I thought Trossard, when he come on towards the end, I thought the substitutions were brilliant. I thought Trossard was brilliant. I think when you get to those moments, you're 20 minutes away and it's still 0-0, you need to start employing a bit of the dark arts. And Trossard's got that ability to shield a ball and also buy a foul that just allows you to just kill the game. And I thought the shithousery that we had the whole game was brilliant. The ball kept getting, we were just taking the sting out of the game and doing all the things that we needed to do, and it shows a different side to this side. We know, and we've seen versions of this side that can go on and play football, didn't get it over the line. We've seen versions of this side that can defend, and we defend very, very, very well. How do you beat us? Don't get me wrong, we've lost, but the idea that we're now going to go ahead and lose a load of games seems really, really, really difficult to me. I think the lead that we've got, if we can have a lead, even if it's 6 points, potentially 9 points going into what would then be an FA Cup weekend, so a little bit longer in the table, that's huge. That's huge. I think the players absolutely deserve to enjoy and celebrate tonight. Tomorrow we're back to business because we've got a massive game at the weekend. But like I said, for me, Arteta today, absolutely brilliant. The fact that he didn't decide to drop back in, we held it. Chelsea came out and...
I was just going to ask you one final thing, right? Were you surprised that Chelsea, the way they set up at the start of the game, were you surprised they didn't kind of go for it a bit more?
I think in the back of their mind was always that if they conceded a goal, it would be really, really, really difficult to get back in. I thought it was always going to be the plan to have Esteval and Palmer on for the last half hour. And I think if they got a goal in that period of time, it would have made the game very, very, very difficult. I thought actually when Esteval come on, we would take Hincapié off and bring Calafiori on. Arteta didn't do that. Again, he held his position. But look, Chelsea had to come here today and do something. And I think all they wanted to do was stay in the game and be in the game in the last 15, 20 minutes, and they were, but they didn't have enough momentum or enough attacking quality, nor were they able to break us out of our shape. We are a very, very, very well put together side, and it's going to take something very, very, very special to stop this side from going on and doing something very, very, very special. Thank you.